going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Minshew. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Number 5.
A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
The score, Jaguars 7. Broncos nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Here's Locke back near his goal line. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
Lambo lining up for the point after.
That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he... Only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Locke working out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
That's another Broncos.
Locke now on first down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Locke again. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Out of the gun is Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gordon, the ball carrier. Ronnie Harrison on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Two seconds to go, first quarter. Lock now on first down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now is Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football in town. And the Jags grab it. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Broncos nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. That's complete, right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Minshew sets to throw. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Now 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the 41, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Throwing his Lock on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got? Go. Give me something.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On third down, here's Lindsey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. This will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Lock to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let him know. Let him know.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Oh, here we go.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 account.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey, here we go. Watch the
After the turnover, here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And this one is incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Any day. 36. Yes!
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right at him. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, Locke. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Daquan.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Charlie. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Operating from the gun. Locke. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Now Minshew. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And it's 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 260 Pittsburgh.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Minshew quickly completing it out wide. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To throw again. Locke able to get this to Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Complete.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 or 56. I got it. Let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
High 7. Yo, go, go. Mike 56, Mike 55.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run by Lindsey. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Locke. Ashton Davis in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. In his end zone, here's Locke. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Locke, gotta have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars 45, Broncos 12. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? With a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rid of just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat grits. Her she rich and she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She called up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range.